Hello and welcome to this ScareCam episode here on the YouTube channel for ScareTrack. It's Mikey here and I'm back with guest host Martin. You excited to be at Screamfest?
Yeah, so excited.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We're also with another guest host tonight. We're here with Chloe. It's her birthday today. This is Martin's daughter. Say hello, Chloe.
Hello, Chloe.
I like it. Nice. You excited?
Yeah.
Nervous?
Yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant. We're going to terrorise her in some mazes. We've got 5 mazes here tonight, including the returning Insomnia. So I'm very excited to get back to that. It wasn't here last year, but we had like a show instead, but they've scrapped that and brought Insomnia back. So I'm very happy to go in there. We are going to be doing a full episode on the podcast today, so click that link below to check it out. We can take you in on the podcast. We can't take you in on ScareCam, unfortunately, but we will be showing you all the highlights here and the atmosphere around the park. A huge thank you to Screamfest Burton for gifting us these tickets as well. Really, really do appreciate it. So thank you there, guys. Which one should we do first?
The least scary one.
The least scary one? Ooh, I don't know. Right, let's go in. Let's get scared. Get you! Okay, so we've not long come out of Love Hurts and Hillbilly Joe's. Of course, we're going to leave our full review in the podcast below, but we've just done Hillbilly Joe's was our first attraction, and Chloe, that was your first ever scare attraction. How was it?
Good.
It was good?
You had a cry, didn't you?
Yeah, we all have a cry. Auntie Hannah has a cry all the time. But Hillbilly Joe was probably really strong, actually. Probably the strongest run through I've had through it. Really cool, really fun. Lots of impact scares. Just a little bit of bat poo crazy in it. Yeah, bat poo crazy. So really enjoyed that. It's probably the longest maze here as well, other than the farm. So really, really enjoyed that. And then we went through Love Hurts, which is here for its final year. So it's the final year of Love Hurts here at Screamfest Burton. Again, theming is awesome. Actors were trying really, really hard, but we went through as a group of 25, and it's just you can't. It's too hard.
You can't please everyone. I mean, people in front of us, they were getting scares. People behind us, they were getting scares.
We were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. I think it was a difficult one. I think even though it's been a sold out night, so fair play to it's a Tuesday night and the sold out, fair play. And we didn't actually wait longer than 15 minutes.
We thought we were going to be queuing 40-45 minutes, but I don't think we queued longer than 20 minutes.
No,
any of them,
definitely. So so both mazes we went in quite quick, but which to me suggests I would have rather have waited that little bit longer, been able to get through, because it was just too many people in there at one time. It was just it was probably unfortunately, it's probably my weakest go through Love Hurts in the 4 or 5 years it's been here, unfortunately. But right, we're going to go and do some more mazes. So let's go. So we are halfway through our night now here at Screamfest Burton, and of course Hannah's not here, but we've got to give homage to the beer break. So you can get drinks here on Park. Gone for, what you gone for?
Kingston Press, I think
Kingston
it is,
Press
yeah,
cider. I've gone for the Kingston Press berry. Martin's got cider as well, and we got Chloe a fruit shoot. They have soft drinks too. They're just about to get a pizza. Might get some food a little bit later, but for now, cheers! Scare enthusiast in training. So Insomnia is now in a different area next to Freak Out. I'm so glad that Insomnia is back for 2022. Love this attraction. So right, let's go in. High five, very nice. Hello. Hi. You okay? So there we go, guys. That brings us to almost the end of this mini ScareCam here on the ScareTrack YouTube channel. Of course, we're going to leave our full in-depth review about each and every attraction over on the podcast. So take a listen to that. You can get it on any podcast platform or direct on our website at scaretrack.co.uk. But we've done 3 more attractions since we last spoke to you. Next up, we did Freak Out. Freak Out. You know, I like the fact that it's all quite free-flowy. A lot of people in there were confused and just stood by doors, so we were like, bye-bye, and just went straight through. How are you with the clowns?
Good.
Good. You were okay in that one, to be fair, weren't you? You're okay, yeah.
It's the one you were worried about, because you don't like clowns, but no, you handled that one very well.
Yeah, did well. It was, there was a few things from there that I missed from last year that weren't in it. They had a really cool scene with some sparkler effects. They weren't in there this year, unfortunately. It felt like, I feel that it looks cool, it's epic, it's a really solid attraction. It just felt like
a bit of an afterthought.
Yeah, it just felt like they weren't that bothered to be in there, some of the actors.
Yeah.
But then, like we said on the podcast, the other actors really made up for it. But at the beginning, it was like, you're at a rave. Oh no, it's a clown. It was just like, compared to how epic that was last year. And I get it, it's a busy night. They've had a lot of people to get through. It's at capacity tonight. It just felt a little bit deflated, unfortunately, but we still had a good time in there. It was still fun. And then we went through Insomnia, returning for 2022, and Martin said it on the podcast. It's probably the best it's ever looked, isn't it?
Yeah. Inside it was absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
So I loved the new areas. I missed the mirror one.
Yeah, they've put the mirror maze in Freak Out, haven't they? So,
but you know,
looked really good. Some great effects in there as well.
Small sacrifice for what was a truly stunning Insomnia.
Yeah, definitely. They have a really cool vibrating floor in there. That effect was really cool with like a dentist scene. There was like a pie factory area in it, which I didn't quite understand it, but it looked really good. The theming in there was beautiful. I'd probably say it was really, it's probably, like I say, and Martin said, the best Insomnia's ever looked. So I'm so glad it's back.
I think it worked having it at the other end of the park.
Yeah, the park's bigger, it's more spread out.
The outside area, you were actually outside and it felt like you were outside.
Yes, yeah, definitely. It worked really well. Unfortunately, again, like I say, I'm going to keep saying this, it is a very busy night, but we haven't waited longer than 15 minutes for a maze. I would much rather wait that little bit longer, because we were in Insomnia with about 30 people.
Yeah.
And the actors in there, to be fair to them, were trying their damnedest, but really struggling, because there was just too many people in there at one time. You just can't do it. It's it's not possible.
So the group in front of us, they got the scares, and then it's as if when we went through, they were resetting to then scare the people behind us.
Yeah,
so
we
we were a bit
struggled.
unfortunate in that sense.
But at least we could stay in there for longer to take in how epic it looked, because it did look beautiful. It really did. And then the last maze was Creed Farm it was muddy. It was muddy, but it's been wet, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Again, I've said this a few times, whenever there's a corn maze, it's just happy to be in a corn maze. They're a dying breed in the UK, aren't they? So it was cool to be in there. I ended up being in there by myself, because after the dark rope section, I think I just left the rest of my group behind, and they put you through a different door, which is cool. That sort of scared you a little bit, didn't it? Because you ended up being by yourself for half of it. Was it scary? Yeah, a little bit scary. And then the chainsaw run off at the end, which is, you know, who doesn't love a good chainsaw run off, you know, old school. So yeah, it was really fun. We've had a fun night here tonight. Like I say, there have been a few batching issues, whereas I feel like they didn't need to be there because the queues, we weren't in them. If you work it well, like we saw some queues were huge, so we waited and come back to them a little bit later. We went to the shortest queues at the shortest times. For Freak Out we waited 5 minutes, but we were still in there with about 20 people. Insomnia, we waited maybe 10 minutes, in there with 30 people. Just I'd much prefer to have waited longer to get a better experience.
Yeah, quality, not quantity.
Yeah, absolutely. But the mazes are looking, I feel, the best they've ever looked. I feel the theming's there. The park overall is just growing bigger and better. So they've handled it amazingly out in the park. I just feel that the mazes, they're putting too many people through at any one time. But it is Hell Week. It's understandable. Everywhere's sold out. It's a very busy night here. And like I say, they've got more food stands, more drink stands, so and more toilets everywhere. So the infrastructure is perfect for it. Just unfortunately, the actors struggled in the mazes because there were just so many people going through them. But overall, really fun night here. Have you enjoyed your first night at a Scream Park?
Yeah.
Yeah. Andy, have a good time, mate.
I had a wicked time, mate.
There it is, yeah. Have a good time. Have a good time to be back, Martin.
Loved it.
Sweet. So we've had a really good time. Thanks for having a Screamfest. Thanks for watching the ScareCam, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.